Welcome back to the Crypto Hulk Show. We got a great show lined up. I got a crypto that you need to look into and possibly invest in. It's brand new to us, and it's launching. It's going to launch. You're going to want to get in early on this crypto. That's what I like to do, is get in early, not late, okay? So hang in there for that crypto. We'll discuss what it is, who's involved with it, and it's one of those where I'm probably going to give it a double thumbs up, okay? I'm broke right now. I got to wait till May 1st or 2nd till I get my crypto allowance, and then I can maybe see if Caleb and Brown has it, which I'm going to do right now because I'm just like that. Hold on a minute. I'm going to my Caleb and Brown account. I'm going to log in. And let me type in the name of the token. I don't think, yeah, they don't got it. So, okay. Then I probably won't give a double thumbs up because I trust Caleb and Brown, and they only like cryptos that are more established and have more liquidity and probably more safety. So, you know what? We'll go over the article and we'll determine. I mean, look, it's all up to you. I just play ultra safe. I like basics, fundamentals. Once in a while, I'll risk a little bit. But if Caleb Brown has it and it's risky, for me, I'll get it probably. But if Caleb Brown doesn't have it, I generally probably won't buy it. But I want you to do whatever you think you got to do. So let's get this son of a bitch started. My name is Crypto Hulk. I'm not a financial advisor, not a crypto advisor at all. Before every show, I get really fucking high. I snort about 2 lines of cocaine today. I did right before the show. 30 minutes before the show, just, let's see, I injected some heroin, drank about 20 ounces of 151 Bacardi, took a handful of roofie pills, maybe about 10 ecstasy pills, and then just to get a little straight, I snorted a line of methamphetamine, crank, what we used to call it back in the 80s and 90s, crank. And now it's called crystal meth or something, and now I'm doing A-OK. I'm not a financial advisor, not a crypto advisor. Do not buy anything I tell you to buy or sell. And first 5 people: Eric, tech guy, disabled XRP, Mark, Isa, and TK. Those are the first 5. HBAR at 15 cents. Just bought more, said Mark. That's good. Look, I'll tell you what, HBAR, you get a double thumbs up. Caleb Brown's got it. The partnerships with HBAR are nutso with good quality companies, top of the line. So you know what? Blessings to you for getting HBAR at 15 cents. Because when all this dumb shit's over, the past few months, and HBAR goes back up to 45 cents or whatever it should be at, $1, whatever, just you'll 10 times your money. So, all right. Aaron said I forgot the acid and the crack. Well, you know, I can't remember everything. It's getting kind of hectic over here with all the drug use, all right? So that's where you come in, battle buddy, and help me remember what fucking drugs I just ingested. Oh, this is solid vodka right here. All right. Enough of the dumb shit. I like this article right here. Look, I got some pretty good articles today. Let's start off with this right here. Let me do a copy and a paste. Alrighty then, let's listen to this article. Look, I'm telling you what, when these crypto regulations come into effect, I think Europe's starting off around August. The Middle East, you know, about the same time, August-ish, all these stable coins. Look, I don't understand how all this stuff works. So, because I'm not a financial advisor. But I do know from what Ripple says, stable coins are going to help the Ripple ledger and all that. So just let's let it rip. Whatever the fuck, give certain cryptos a green light. And let's get this bitch going. All right. Tether and Circle are going to face intense competition. Oh, man. As traditional finance, traditional finance enters the arena, says Fireblocks. Now, who's Fireblocks? Well, Caleb and Brown is my sponsor for this show. I'm an affiliate of Caleb and Brown, and they're crypto brokers. They buy and sell cryptocurrency, and they have a custody solution called Fireblocks. Okay, we're going to go over this. And well, actually, fuck it. Let's start off right with this here. We've got this. Let me see if I can copy and paste this. This is Fireblocks webpage. Okay, so we got a news article, and the news article says that Circle and Tether are probably going to get their ass kicked. We don't know, but they're going to face intense competition because why? Traditional finance is coming in to get stable coins. Every top bank and institution is going to have stable coins. It's not just going to be Tether and Circle. And guess what? Fireblocks is saying that when they come in, see, banks, they're already regulated. They're all ready to go. Banks have everything, stocks, bonds, this. Banks can turn to stable coins, to security tokens. Banks can turn to everything because they're ready to go. They already have the licenses. You see how this works? You take a security, you put it into crypto form. Banks already have a license for that. They can go right now. Once they just got to keep a minimum of in reserves, and then they're ready to go. But guess what? The crypto companies, they don't have banking licenses. Fireblocks, let's look at Fireblocks' website. I just sent the link right there. It says powering the digital asset economy. It lists all their partners right here. It keeps going. 2,000 customers, everybody. Fireblocks has banks and financial institutions. We got Visa, HSBC, BNP Paribas, MoonPay. All those were Ripple partners I just said. BNY Mellon, Ripple partner. Bridge, WorldPay, Ripple partner. G2 Group, Bitso, Ripple partner. Wisdom Tree, Triple A, whatever that is. Look, we can keep going on. 2,000 banks and institutions. What does Fireblocks do? They have tokenization, crypto custody. Fireblocks is working with these various 2,000 companies all around. Look, all the banks. Look, I hate to be the bearer of bad news. I have a ledger. I'm just letting you know. The banks and financial institutions aren't using these little ledgers. They're not doing that, okay? Caleb and Brown, the people that have me as an affiliate for them, I call them the sponsor of the show, the star of the show. They'll be on tomorrow. Tomorrow, which is Wednesday at 5 o'clock p.m. in that area, 5 to 6, Caleb Brown will be here to answer your questions on why they're such an awesome company, because they're using Fireblocks. Imagine if you had your wallet and you cut it up into 4 parts and you put those wallets in 4 different areas. That's Fireblocks right there. That's part of what they do. It's better than your wallet. Do you not understand this? That's why I showed you the webpage. 2,000 banks. So that makes up banks and financial institutions trust Fireblocks custody for crypto, not these little fucking wallets, okay? Look, if you have crypto, now I'm going to tell you something that Caleb Brown really probably doesn't like exactly for me to advertise, but look, you can transfer your crypto to Caleb and Brown. It uses Fireblocks. Set up an account. It's free. You can transfer, instead of having that little fucking wallet that I don't want to say anything about hardware wallets. I'm not supposed to say anything bad about them. If you have a hardware wallet or if you have an exchange and you want the best custody like Fireblocks with 2,000 banks and institutions, you can transfer that to Fireblocks. They will not charge you. It's free. And you can have protected crypto just like banks. See, like me, I want crypto that's protected like 2,000 banks around the world. They're not using these little fucking ledger devices or whatever, the Trezors and none of that Arculus shit. They're not using that. The air gap, they're not using that fucking shit, okay? You are, not the banks. They're using something much, much, much better. It's called Fireblocks, and that's why Caleb Brown is hooked up with them. You can transfer it all. They can guard it and protect your crypto. They won't charge you anything. I'm not trying to sell that point of it because we're not trying to get all the broke people to be on Caleb and Brown. In order to make a trade, it's $500. Yep. You want to play with the big boys and you want to be on my right side, I got BNY Mellon, and my left, I got MoonPay and all the other Citibank or whatever it is. That's the custody group I'm in. It costs you nothing to be in that club. You can transfer all your crypto into Caleb Brown. There's not a limit where they're going to charge you. And then you get, without having to pay, crypto custody. Now, they want you to buy and sell and stuff because that's how they make money. Obviously, they buy and sell crypto, but they also have the most secure crypto solution. That's why I went with them. I talk about them every show because without them, I wouldn't be buying all these crypto right now. I've been buying crypto the past 4 months that I've been associated with Caleb Brown. Otherwise, I wouldn't have it. I'm glad because now I've got the same custody that all these top banks in the world has. I'm not worried about any kind of hack or no kind of dumb shit, okay? There. Let us... Yeah, they got ABM... I can't read off all these customers. Here's the article. If you want to read the article about Caleb and Brown and how they have Fireblocks, you can read this right here. Somebody asked me, how do we know they have Fireblocks? Then look at this article right here. Caleb and Brown secured by Fireblocks. You can read that and stuff. If you need a whole bunch of evidence, you can click on the links and stuff, set up an account, talk to a broker. You can talk to a real crypto broker. You can watch videos here. They have informational videos so you can understand better. I'm not going to get here and explain all this shit. Caleb Brown has made short videos for you to understand. Look, they're a professional broker. They deal, we had them on 2 weeks ago. And I asked him, hey, do you got customers that come in and drop down 10 million and they want it? He's like, yeah. Whew. You and me are able to deal with a broker, to call a broker that companies that have 10 million, $100 million are calling up Caleb Brown, swapping out and buying and selling. That's what they do. You're lucky enough that they allow poor people like us. If you're bitching about a $500 minimum, this is not the channel for you. Go to the broke channel or something. I'm for real. Because we have a professional broker that deals with multi-million-dollar transactions. They can't help you with like a $25. This ain't the channel for that. You can learn shit from here, but when you deal with Caleb Brown, it's $500 a trade. So they're not doing this. Hey, can I talk to you for 3 hours and then I'll buy $5 of crypto? The company can't do that. You're on the wrong channel. Just watch my show and go to Coinbase and spend $5 or something. But yeah, don't waste Caleb Brown's time. One day when you get $500, then you can call him up and make a trade or something like that. All right. So we got Tether and Circle, and they're going to get their asses handed to them probably when all the banks and all the financial institutions get licensed. It says right here, banks and payment firms are set to enter the stablecoin industry as what regulations evolve to make that possible. I'm just letting you know. By the end of the year, Fireblocks Senior Vice President says he expects as many as 50 more stable coins by the end of the year. Oh, damn. There's going to be some massive competition, everybody. It's heating up. It's getting kind of hot in her. The competition for stablecoin dominance is entering a third phase. Companies such as Tether, issuer of the largest token, and Circle, number 2, are setting up their positions as the industry faces increased regulation in the form of MiCA, M-I-C-A, and the United States legislation that is working its way through Congress. Oh, man. Fireblocks is telling us. I thought I'd let you know. Let me look at the article here real quick. We are going, okay, here's what they say. Here's what Fireblocks says. We are going to see banks. This is so good. You guys are so rich. It is a total pleasure for me to do this show. I want to help as many of you as I can end up being rich, and I'm going to walk away proud that people actually took the time to learn from my program, from all the evidence that I lay out, the very clear path. I have a very clear path for you to follow. This shit is not fucking complicated at all. You have to do the 4-letter word, W-O-R-K, and watch this program. And you'll make it to the promised land. That's how this thing works. I'm not going to get into this article anymore. It's pretty basic like that. You're going to think about this, JP Morgan, you guys. JP Morgan coming in, Bank of America, HSBC, Santander, all these banks I've been reading to you for 5 years. All the biggest financial institutions, Pantera, Edward Jones. Everybody's going to start having them. Stable coins, cryptos, all kinds of stuff. You are here with me. We're early. We're broke. We're waiting to become rich. You're going to be lucky. Right now, these crypto prices are cheap. Don't be like, oh, when's this shit going to take off? Aha. Hey, it's going to take off when it does. It's time right now to buy cheap crypto. What I'm showing you now is the banks. You got Fireblocks. Okay, let's say you're not going to listen to me. What did Fireblocks just tell us? The banks and the financial institutions of the world are coming this year as regulations happen. Tether and Circle, there might be 50 to 100 other ones that are fighting with them. Yeah, they got first mover advantage. Guess what kills Tether, maybe? Regulations. I don't know. Regulations. That's what's up. Take a shower gave a donation. Thank you for everything you show us, Crypto Hulk. Much appreciated. Muchas gracias. You are numero uno, boy Jove. Okay, if you're watching the show and you can't afford a donation, you're watching the show and you don't want to donate. First off, let me stop you. Somebody stop me. Donations, YouTube doesn't get a dime. You don't have to be a member to donate. So you don't even have to be a member, because if you're a member, part of that money goes to tax. The other part goes to YouTube and I get the rest. A donation like this, the government, my greedy little government, gets zero. YT gets zero if you give a donation. That's a pretty good deal. If you don't want to do any of that, do this so you can reach other people. A lot of times people donate just like this because this person is grateful that I'm showing this perfect information right here. I try to keep most of my shows open. So with that, if I could have people that don't donate, and I'm not putting anybody down, you got different reasons. Maybe you're poor or whatever. Okay, it's fine. I'm not knocking it. I'm just saying. Go into the top chat, put the word comment. After the show in the comments, write the word comment. That shows engagement. Save this video to your YT favorites. That all these things help the algorithm. Click on some videos, share it to your own email. Share it to somebody else's email, whatever it is. Just share them to yourself. And lastly, pick like 15 videos, put it in like a playlist and hit play. Turn off the sound, go off to work, go to sleep, whatever. Just let that sucker run 15 hours a day. I'd appreciate that. What that'll do is help the algorithm, and then my channel can reach other people so they could learn the good news, okay? So that is your Tether article with Circle and showing us that this thing is ready to go. When we get these crypto regulations coming in, all the banks jump into crypto. Next article. Let me take a look. Okay, let's go to this. Let's go to Everclear, because there's a crypto I want you to look up and possibly buy. It depends if you want to or not. It's called Clear, C-L-E-A-R. Let me do a copy and a paste. Oh, we got Henry Brown. Henry Brown says, right now, I'm so broke, I'm buying cheap crypto and BBW women because I'm the old dirty bastard. Check it. I'm at the Brooklyn Zoo. Shout out to Shaolin Wu-Tang Forever. That's faux show. All right, then we got Henry Brown gave somebody a membership, and that's Andezen. Andezen, welcome to the show. You're now a member for a month. Let's go to the article here. I want to show you about this crypto. Okay, there's a company called Everclear, and they joined with the Pantera Capital-backed interoperability protocol. Everclear, the cross-chain settlement protocol designed to improve interoperability, has launched its main net. The network initially launched in 2017 as Connext, and it's backed by Pantera, Polychain, and Consensus. Cross-chain settlement protocol Everclear has launched its main net today, and it hit 125 million in monthly volume. It's rolling out multiple state-of-the-art features. Now, just to let you know, Everclear is using Ripple technology companies, okay? Everclear is using Ripple's partners to get this done, okay? I'm not saying Everclear is a Ripple partner. They are using to get this all done, Ripple partners, okay? Just want to make sure that's clear. Now, they have backing from these other companies that we just talked about. In other words, Everclear abstracts away the complexities of interacting with multiple blockchains, and Everclear enables users to engage with different applications. There's a bridge that they're using, and we're going to get into what bridge I think it is because they're not quite saying it. Now, here's what's funny. If you look at the very bottom of the article, it talks about editor's note. Updates, headline to remove Ethereum Foundation, which was an early supporter of the project that became Everclear, but not as a contemporary backer. Okay, so what we have right here, just like all these fucking dumbass whale projects, they start with Ethereum and Bitcoin, and they realize that fucking shit don't work. So then they go on to something else. But they always do the Bitcoin, Ethereum to try to pump that shit up so the dummies buy it. And then they leave that project. They don't tell anybody. They leave the big Bitcoin, Ethereum shit because it doesn't work, and they start working with other companies. That's what the article editor's note is saying right here, okay? Next, here's their article from their webpage. Let me show you this. Oh, shit. Got a couple donations in there. Let me hit up the donations first. Brian Carlson. Crypto Hulkster is showing the way. Right on. Thank you very much for that donation. Tax-free. YT and my government don't get shit. I appreciate that. Then we got Ultimate Comfort says, thanks, Hulk. Right on. Ultimate Comfort HVAC, LLC. All right. Where am I at? Right here. So we got Introduction to Everclear. Here we go. Staking Clear, CLEAR. Decades ago, Visa and Mastercard, blah, blah, blah. Today, Everclear applies the same spirit of collaboration and aligned incentives to apply its cross-chain liquidity. Now, remember, Everclear is utilizing Ripple partners to get all this done. And Axelar, let me type this in. Axelar is a bridge for everything Ripple. Let me do a copy and a paste. So what's going on is Everclear is utilizing Ripple partners, and just to be fair, if they're utilizing small to mid-sized enterprise money, that'll be Stellar. Stellar has a bridge as well. There it is. It's called Allbridge. So I just gave you two bridges. Ripple has a bridge. Stellar has a bridge. Read those two articles. You can invest. You can buy. I don't know where you get Allbridge at, but you can buy Ripple's bridge, Axelar. That's AXL. You can buy that on my sponsor, Caleb and Brown. But I don't know where you get Axelar at. So let's look here. It's talking about the result of Everclear's efforts, a decentralized, transparent, and open clearing layer with aligned incentives where stakers, solvers, and chains collectively coordinate liquidity settlement across the blockchains and layer 2s. Why Everclear staking matters, exploring staking. Staking plays a key role in the Everclear system. It's important that you stake. Did somebody say stake? Let's have a look at the positive contribution of staking clear tokens, CLEAR, and then tokens. You can help shape cross-chain liquidity, govern the protocol, earn staking rewards, increase network efficiency. Now, how is all this cross-chain stuff happening, Crypto Hulk, when you have Ethereum-based products? And I just showed you the Allbridge and the Axelar. Until those two came out, okay, how about this? Before Axelar and before Allbridge, you can't do shit with Ethereum. Okay? Stellar comes out with Allbridge. Ripple comes out probably 4 years ago or so with Axelar. And now all this Ethereum shit can really start get going, okay? That's why. Let's look here. If you use Google AI, let me show you what I typed in. If you type in, is Everclear working with Ripple or R3 Corda? Everclear is not working directly with Ripple, although it does work with other blockchain technologies. If we go down here, Ripple is a payment network. Okay. It works with institutions like American Express, Ripple partner, Banco Rendimiento, Ripple partner, Bank of America, Ripple partner. So Everclear is working with R3 partners and Ripple partners. If we look here in this article from PR Newswire, fuck. Oh, sorry. Hold on. I meant to copy something and I hit cut. Mark gave somebody a membership. So there's an article right there. You have to copy paste it. That person is Rosendo Marin. Got another membership from Mark. Thank you very much. So here's the article. Clear and American Express. So Clear is the name of the company, and American Express renew partnership to provide premium travel experiences at airports and card members. So there's a relationship right there with American Express and a company called Clear. I don't believe it's the same Clear that we're talking about, although it could be. What I was trying to show you, though, is the American Express partnership there. And it has Ripple. Here is the evidence for American Express and Santander. If you look at that article, what does it say? American Express and Santander team up with who? Ripple. There you go. There's your evidence. Next, the Banco Rendimiento. That's a Ripple partner. Let's do a copy and a paste. Take a look. Brazil's Banco Rendimiento becomes the first bank to operate RippleNet in the cloud. And we're looking at June of 2020. This is about 5 years ago right there. Now, if you go to Google AI, let me try to copy and paste this. Okay, right there. It says, if you type in Bank of America and then a plus sign, then Ripple, Google AI comes out and says Bank of America has, that's HAS, a partnership with Ripple and has been exploring the use of Ripple's blockchain for several years. They have been actively researching and integrating Ripple's solutions. So there's your evidence for that. Let's have a little telemarketer fun. Hold on a minute. Hello? Oh, God, these fucking dummies. It's like some pre-recorded message. Okay, next article. Let me do a copy and a paste. Copy and paste right here. All right. Okay, here's the article here. Now, for the past 5 years, I've been telling you for the past 5 years, haven't you heard me say you'll have 100 exchanges, right? And as we get close, you'll have 10. That's how it's going to go. You'll have 100 exchanges. 5 years ago in 2020, around May of 2020 or June of 2020, I started Crypto Hawk about almost 5 years ago. And I was telling you back then, you'll have 100 exchanges. And when this thing gets ready to go, you'll have 10. And I'm going to show you this article right here. You're like, dang, Crypto Hawk. Crypto Hulk is back. In effect, Henry Brown says, are we frozen or is it just me? Looks like YouTube had to shut the channel off. I was getting a little too real. Thank you very much, Henry Brown, for the tax-free donation. Henry Brown does it again. North Korea hacking again. Yeah, so we're going through this article here, and what's happening is we're seeing here that there's only 10 stable coins that got approved in Europe and 15 crypto exchanges. That's pretty close to like when I told you 5 years ago that in the end, when things start to happen, and it's starting to happen, they're only 100 days in, but they only have like 11 stablecoin providers. So that's pretty close to 10, right? And then they only got 15 crypto exchanges that have got licenses. That's pretty fucking close to 10, huh? Isn't it? Crypto Hulk already knows. I already fucking know how this shit goes down. It says here, the low figures underline the sector's ongoing struggle to meet MiCA compliance requirements. Now, I'm going to tell you something right here. You may or may not like it. I've only been telling you for 10 years. Crypto Hulk. There's not too many license providers. Crypto Hulk, what happens when all the banks get green lights? Crypto Hulk, what happens when we have crypto laws? Crypto Hulk, what happens when all the financial institutions get green lighted with laws? Now, there's going to be more than 10. But check it out. You're going to have the top players in the world. The same players, Santander, Bank of America, Lloyd's of London, on and on. The top players right now are still going to be the top players when this thing takes off. You'll have 99 exchanges, and then you'll have 10. That's just a figure I was using. Maxine Waters donates. She says, why did you hang up on me? Oh, my God. Stop it. So that's what we're seeing here. We don't even have all the world and all the regulations and stuff. I'm telling you what, like a lot of these cryptos and shit and stuff that we got now, some of our cryptos up there, that won't be around. Maybe some of the cryptos that you and me have bought will not be around because banks might come up with something better and put some of the cryptos we have out of business. Don't be shocked. That's why I don't put everything into one. Spread your assets out. Not spread your, spread your crypto assets. I'm not even going to say that. Fuck it. Spread your investments out, okay? I had to find a way to get out of that one. I'm going to have to go back and edit that section out. Hansen, the guy who runs Circle's executive, his name is Patrick Hansen. He says that without a MiCA license, crypto firms cannot passport their services across the 30 countries. The restriction is driving companies to accelerate their licensing efforts. Hansen identified some key gaps, such as the fact that no asset reference token, that's ART, asset reference token, issuers have been authorized, not yet. So we're still early. I want you to just notice this here. They're talking about, look down near the bottom, we're almost done. I just want to show you Ripple Partners and stuff here. MiCA compliant, CASP. Crypto asset service providers. Who are they? OKX, Bitpanda, eToro, Crypto Finance. Then you got BBVA, Ripple Partner, Clearstream. We already went over, I think, Clearstream already. They're utilizing Ripple Partners. You got MoonPay. That's connected right to Ripple. MoonPay. So there you go. That is the end of that article. Let me check the comments here. Check the time. We're at 41 minutes. Okay. Keep going, Crypto Hulk. You're doing a great service educating us with the real news. That's what I do. All I basically do for brand new people, here's my show. I don't predict crypto prices. I don't fucking know. Sometimes I'll throw some numbers out for fun. But basically, I just find crypto news and I read them off to you. I show connections. And hey, gaming episodes of saying, I'm spread out. Yeah, I bet you are. Sick fuck. Hopefully you're watching Maxine Waters porn. Let's go to the Mastercard article. This is my last article. Last one. We got about maybe 5 minutes, and I think we're done. So let's go. Wait, how do I have... Okay, wait a second. This one is a live stream. I'll click out of that. Okay, hold on. All right, here's the article here. It's about Mastercard. Now, we know that Mastercard's a Ripple partner. Just wanted to tell you. Brand new people, Mastercard is a Ripple partner. And I can show you the evidence here in a minute. Here's your last article. Oh, Maxine Waters. You know I'm spread out. Wow, that's nasty. That's going to make me feel sick. Did I send that one? Okay, Fortune Magazine. Okay, here we got Mastercard's cloud technology could help make wallets and plastic cards obsolete. Here we go with this. They're talking about tokenization. Now, hold on for a minute. Let me back up. What I'm going to do here is show you this. Wait a second. Anita D and then Ick says cheers. Thank you very much. Wow, these people here with these names. Okay, so what I got going on is this. You got Mastercard is letting you know that about 5 years from now or less, you will not hold a card. They're going to use crypto. It's called tokenization. Tokenization is when you take a real world object like a racehorse, a house, treasury bonds, whatever it is. You take a real world thing, a noun, and you put it into crypto form. That's basically all it is, okay? Now, how they do it, I have no idea. I'm not a coder. I'm not a programmer. I have no fucking clue. Mastercard has already learned back in about 2014. When is this? 2014. Mastercard has learned from Ripple and a bunch of companies in 2014 how to do digital identity, tokenize, and all that stuff, okay? Mastercard has told us this. It's in the article. They told us. I'm going to read you the article. We're going to go through it. I'm going to show you how all this shit was planned about 10 years ago, okay? Ripple was there from day one. Let's go over the article. It says, next time you buy something online, wait a second. The article skipped. Next time you buy something online, take a second to explore the growing number of payment options. You got buy now, pay later, card points, gift points. What we have here, go to the third paragraph. Gone will be the days when you want to make an Amazon purchase and you realize you can't remember your 16 card number, your 16 to 19 digit card number, the expiration date and the security code. In its place, here we go. Here's your future right now. In its place will come one-click checkout. Thanks in part to what? Tokenization. That is crypto. When you take real-world objects and put it into a crypto form. Mastercard is telling you right now that's what's going to happen. Next paragraph. We're eliminating manual card entry. by applying payment pass keys or biometrics, okay? I already told you that already. It's why every time I see digital ID or some shit, I go over digital ID because I'm telling you, that's how you buy your crypto in the future, okay? You go to the gas station, no credit card. You might do a little scan with your phone, QR code or whatever, or you might just put your palm print, face print, and then you get your gas, okay? It will utilize crypto to get that done. Okay, here we go. Look for the section here. It's titled Digital Payments Gradual Shift to Tokenization. I want you to see the first paragraph. It's very, very important, this first paragraph. Tokenization technology is a measure. Listen to this. Tokenization technology is a measure that was introduced when? In the mid-2010s. Oh, no, I'm going to show you some here. It's Ripple. I'm going to show you it's Ripple. With the advent of mobile wallets. Now, we're going to stop right there with this article. Let's look at this article here. What happened in the mid-2010s? Well, Ripple invented digital ID. Let's look right here at the article. Here's your article. 21 companies got with Ripple, and they made what's called the new digital framework for digital ID, trust, and open data. This is all stuff we're talking about. When did this happen, Crypto Hulk? Look right here, 2014. Oh, you have ID3 involved. That's a big ID company. Oh, look, MIT. That's where Gary Gensler came. Massachusetts Institute of Technology Crypto Lab. Oh, and look at the third paragraph. Ripple Labs is right there. Do you guys see any other crypto companies? Let's take a look. Is Ethereum there? No. What about Bitcoin? No. Do you see Zappo? Yep, that's a Ripple company. You see SnapSwap? Yep. Swarm? Yep, those are all Ripple companies. Is Bitcoin or Ethereum here? No, they're not, because they're shit cryptos. That's why. So, my Shasta, thank you very much with the tax-free donation there. Appreciate that. So, if we look right there, I just demonstrated to you that digital ID and all that wallet shit, and they told you in the article, the mid 2010s, right? Now, let me show you something here nobody else has. Only Crypto Hulk. Give me a second to find Ripple Singapore, and it's right there. I'm going to show you something right here nobody else has. That's why Crypto Hulk has the authority crypto channel, because why? My evidence is the authority that nobody else has. Let's look at this video that I made. Go to the 2-minute, 13-second mark. 2 minute and 16-second mark. What do we see here? The Ripple logo, the word Ripple, and it says Singapore. What else does it say? Gold and silver in your wallet. Now, I just went over this the other day. You had gold, silver, crypto. You had different kinds of fiat money. And then they said you could probably put commodities and securities. This is Ripple Singapore. This is about 2014 also. So I just showed you 2 articles with Ripple. The first one where they made digital ID and all that stuff. The next one with Ripple Singapore, that's where the wallet comes in. They've already had this technology. No other channel except Crypto Hulk has this kind of evidence. I pull up a modern day recent article, and I could take it back 10 years and said, here's the evidence right here. 10 years ago, this was already done. They're playing the fucking game. Whatever it is, they're stalling this fucker till it takes forever. I don't know why it's taking forever. In 2014, they had wallets. They had all the digital ID shit and this and that. Mastercard's talking about it. They ain't using no more cards. They're going to use wallets and tokenization, right? That's all shit Ripple invented. I just showed you all the evidence right there. Mastercard. They're a Ripple partner. Let me do a copy and a paste. Bam, right there. What do we got? Mastercard partners with Ripple. Swipe your debit card to use XRP. There you go. That's all wrapped up, isn't it? So in this article, I'm not going to read anymore, but it says this: tokenization technology is a measure that was introduced in the mid-2010s. I just showed you 2 articles to prove that Ripple did that, okay? With the advent of mobile wallets and the digital economy with tokenization, they had all of this back then. I just showed you Ripple Singapore, gold and silver in your wallet. There was a wallet. If you watch that whole video, there's a wallet you could download. Ripple had all this done. I'm just showing all you guys. This is 11-year-old technology that's taking forever to get going. I hate it. I'm sure the people at Ripple hate it, or whoever invented this shit hates it as well. We just have to wait. That's the answer. But Crypto Hulk, why is it taking so long? You've been making videos for 5 years. Hey, how about this? Why don't you ask the people in charge of the entire fucking world, take your stupid ass and ask the most important people in the world, why is this taking so long? If you think I have that answer, you're so fucking stupid, you have no idea. Okay? I'm some guy that makes videos. That's all that I am. How the fuck are you going to ask me a question? Why for 4 or 5 years now are we still poor with XRP? Like, how the fuck do I know that? Am I one of the top 10, top 5 families of the world? No. Why don't you ask them? Because somehow your fucking little gumball, raisin-sized brain is asking me a question that, seriously, on a free show, like, if I knew that fucking answer, I should be charging people $5,000 a month. If I had those kind of answers to questions, I wouldn't be charging $5 and $10. It'd be $5,000 and $10,000 a month for me to answer that kind of fucking question. Please don't ask questions that show how fucking retarded you are, because nobody's going to have any respect for you. Okay, I'm trying to help you socially. If you ask that question, people will say, damn, that's one of those fucked up people. He's asking Crypto Hulk that question. Crypto Hulk is so low in the world. Why? That's so fucking stupid. That person has mental problems. Just letting you know. Issa says, nobody knows except the ones who are running shit. Exactly. Well, how the fuck you think I know? Hey, Crypto Hulk, when's the time and date that we get rich? Oh, really? You're going to ask me that? That question shows people how fucking mentally retarded you are by asking that question. That's so embarrassing. You better, yeah. Don't use your real name on YouTube because everybody's going to know you're fucking stupid. Somebody says God's timetable. That could be true. And I'm nowhere up there at that level. Okay. With everything being tokenized, I haven't heard anyone dealing with insurance. That's a huge... Okay. Henry Brown asking why XRP hasn't gone up in value is a question like asking how much more betrayal Polly can take. Tony Soprano. This guy always comes up with this weird ass shit. How much more betrayal can Polly take? Oh my God. I don't even know what that is. Tony Soprano. I think I know what The Sopranos was, some kind of movie in the 2000s or some gangster kind of family. I don't watch TV. Henry Brown gets down. Okay. I'm just reading the comments. I got no more news. The show's officially over. I'm just checking comments real quick. I'm going to wrap it up. Henry Brown says Sopranos is a mob TV show. I think I kind of know the main guy. I know the main guy, but I don't know anything else. I I've never watched Sopranos. I see little clips on it, maybe, or I don't even know. Like, I never even watched more than 30 seconds of it. New to crypto says, hey, I got here late. Are we rich yet? Yeah. ACDC, have a drink on me. All right. Thanks for that tax-free donation. I think that's it. My day is almost over. I've been up at about 5 o'clock-ish today, 5:15, and it's pushing 6. And I got some shit to do. Maybe I can be completely done with everything at 7:30 or 8. Like, hopefully 7:30 today. Fuck. Shit just never ends. I don't know if I can pull off a 7 a.m. show. I might be able to. So I can't tell you I'll see you at 7 a.m. I'll see what I'm pulling together. I'm kind of changing things up. But anyhow, I'll make another show. That's for guaranteed. I'll make another show, and that's faux show. I'll see all of my... Okay, that'll be the end of this show. YouTube had to come in and turn the show off for me. I turned it back on. I'll see you tomorrow. I don't know what time, but I will be there. I'll see you then.